So I did my set, and then my homie Inner Demon was like, man, Twiztid about to play, bro. Like, I fuck with them niggas. Like, we gotta go over there. I didn't know who they was at the time. And I was on mushrooms. I was high as shit.
Let's go.
Right? So I fucking go to the main stage.
Gathering.
I go to the main stage, high as shit on shrooms, right? And I see Twiztid performing, and they had these fucking gigantic beach balls fucking like bouncing through the crowd. And I'm just like, high as
that shit probably
like,
looked crazy.
It was fucking ill. I was like, oh, this shit's dope. I'm like, oh yeah, these niggas raw. So then I go home, and like maybe a month later, the manager George, shout out my nigga George, he hit me up like, hey man, what's up? We want to do some shows with you. You know what I mean? Twiztid or whatever. I'm like, all right, for sure. So I do 3 shows with them, big ass shows that I'd never done before. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was lit. I go home. George calls me, man, we trying to sign you, bro. Like, whoop, 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 whoop. I had just had my fucking baby and everything. I'm like, nigga, I'm about to get signed, nigga. All these, like, you know what I mean? The crowds I just experienced this shit. I'm like, nigga, hell yeah. Put me down. So I signed with him. Now, this is where the shit come full circle, right? The next gathering, I'm there with Twiztid, and I'm on mushrooms again. I'm on mushrooms again, and I'm in the fucking audience, and Twiztid's about to perform, and I get a fucking text message like, yo, G, Twiztid wants you to come out and help push out the beach balls. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I was just high as shit last year, like watching these shits.
That's true.
And
Now
now
you're
I'm fucking,
pushing them around.
yeah, I'm pushing the bitch to the, like, that shit was full circle. Like, made me feel like I was in the right place at the right time type shit.
That's
you know what I'm
my
saying?
trip right there.
Yeah.
That's
I like
my
that.
trip right there.
And it happened while he was shrooming, so that shit was fun.
No, yeah, you feel the gravity of that moment way more.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
I could see that audience, like, based on your content and just what I take from juggalos, which I really like about juggalos, is like they're gonna fuck with you if you're comfortable in your own skin. It's not like, although yeah, they like that wicked shit, you feel me, that filth shit that you be kicking, like, which is similar in, you know, tonality to that. But as long as you're like comfortable in your own skin and being yourself, it's gonna strike a chord with them people. I feel like, and
hell yeah.
So it make a lot of sense that they grab. So once you felt that love, was that just like, fuck it, I'm running with it? You feel me? Like, I'm signed to Magic Ninja now, which is one of the biggest labels in the juggalo world. Like, are you like, do you consider yourself part of that culture now?
Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers are juggalos, whether they juggalos or not. If you're a part of that shit, if you've been there, you feel me, you a part of that family forever, you know what I'm saying? But I always kept it real with motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't very, like, knowledgeable about everything, so I didn't want to get called out for being fake and shit. So motherfuckers, like, I would tell people, like, I'm not a juggalo, you know what I mean? Like, I don't come from this world and shit. I just keep it real, like, yeah, I mean, I've always kept it solid. Like, I don't know this shit. Yeah, like, I don't know the songs and shit. Like, literally, I got invited to the gathering to spit because motherfuckers heard my shit and liked me. But I never listened to like an ICP album or no shit like that. So I didn't want to come in that culture in front. You know what I mean?
I had the Great Malenko. I know everybody had the Great Malenko, but I did own that album when I was in
like I said, like, I didn't know who Twiztid was. That was my first time seeing them. Like, when I performed.
I had one of their other albums too. But yeah, you know, it's a trip. Then you wind up kind of Twiztid and ICP have a whole falling out. You feel me? There's the beef between the two labels, Psychopathic and Magic Ninja and all. And this is why we know this guy's a battle rapper. What do you think he fucking did? He fucking starts making diss tracks.
No, that's not what happened.
He made it. Did you not make a diss track?
I did.
Okay.
But it didn't happen like that. It was like
I didn't mean to put it like
exactly what happened.
It is, but it's different though.
I thought it was cool, and the track was fucking hard.
Appreciate it. But the story behind it is pretty fucking funny though. Like,
it is. Well, bust it down.
So we're getting ready to go on tour. It's like a day before tour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Violent J dropped a diss track to Twiztid and to Magic Ninja, like.
And Young Wicked was a part of that too. Yeah. Because he was there was the whole thing that had happened or whatever. I guess like he was Violent J was saying like, Young Wicked is fucking my niece, and he was all upset about that. And it was like, and then the whole fallout between them happened, right? And then so
like, I'm at the fucking office. Violent J drops that diss. And, you know, I'm with the staff and everybody, and they're playing that shit on the phone. It's a music video and everything. And, like, we all watching it, and all the staff, they're like, ah, man, this shit ain't even worth responding to, man. Ignore this shit, man. This ain't nothing. And whoop-de-whoop. But the motherfucker inside of me was like, man, what you mean? This nigga roasting y'all niggas, cuz? You better do something about this shit. You know what I mean? And so, like...
That is so funny.
Like, yo... In the video, they put a picture of the building that I'm sitting in watching this motherfucking diss track. You know what I mean?
Oh my
like
God.
the Magic Ninja headquarters. They put a picture of it in there. I'm like in that building and shit. So I'm like, oh hell no. They done took the Magic Ninja logo and put dick swords, all type of shit.
Fire.
I was like, man, hold on. So like that same fucking day, like that second, like George damn near gave me the go. And I just like wrote the fucking diss track and recorded that shit and dropped it like hours after his shit dropped. Like, cause I like personally, I felt like they dropped that shit the day before we went on tour, so nobody could respond to it or some shit. So like, I'm like, nigga, what you mean? I be battling, nigga. I wrote that shit hella quick and recorded it and put that shit out the same day. That's just like the battler spirit in me. That's just the honey badger in me. Like, bro, I'm ready to rap. Like, you feel me? Like, you know, but you know, I got a lot of backlash for the shit because it was none of my business. I didn't really know everything or the relationship and all of it. I didn't really know. I just like, oh, this nigga rapping? I'm rapping too. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just spit my shit and went on tour, which is fucking crazy because the juggalos and shit, like, you go on tour after dissing Violent J,
Right.
they are gonna fuck with you. So they were fucking with me, but I loved
the whole
it.
squad though. The whole squad had beef, right? So
I guess so, but like a lot of people say, like, bro, I think Violent J and them said, like, man, we ain't got a problem with nobody else on the label, bro. This is just personal between whoopty whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah.
But when they dropped that diss, I was like, oh my God, I want to diss somebody. Fuck that, I'm going. Like, you know how it is. Like, bro, I'm ready to rap. Nothing personal, you know what I mean? It's hip hop. Like, you know, you came out rapping about everybody. Let me do my shit.
Yeah.
So the Juggalos is tripping on you a little bit
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
What's the relationship with was it ever squashed between ICP or like did you ever have any interactions with them? Because they're the ones that throw the gathering, right?
Yeah. No, I've never ever talked to them.
Okay.
But I met a few people from the label and shit, and they was
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? Like, they was cool with me and shit. So
Yeah.
it was like, it was all right.
So all that shit's dead then at this point.
Yeah, I don't care about it no more. It's like
Yeah.
nobody responded to my diss track, so it was like, fuck it. I mean, it happened. I loved it though because it kind of like
That's
set
why
me
battles
apart.
are better than diss tracks because the motherfucker can't run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
There, you have to respond or it's a choke.
The fact of the matter is this, like, and I really respect what ICP have done and like the whole movement they created and the whole lane. Like, I got a lot of respect for them. I fuck with a lot of the artists they're affiliated with and all that shit. But on a lyrical level, they're not even in the same stratosphere as you. Like, so if one of them tried to respond to that diss, it wouldn't have turned out good. You feel me? Like, they might need to have somebody over there that got bars like that. You feel me? Let the pit bull off the leash type shit. You feel me? Like,
I appreciate that you recognize that because like when it happened, it kind of gave me like a sense of relief because I didn't want to be a juggalo rapper, like
Right.
as what people call it. I didn't really want to be that. So when I dropped that diss, it like kind of set me apart. Like, you know, I'm not all the way like that.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.